Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. As you can see, there's nothing behind me. It's because it's all over here. I'm going to be doing a little bit of a tour. Recently I've done a room tour, however we've had a lot of updates since then, a lot of pickups and a lot of changes and a lot more plans going forward. We're also going to show you how we care for all the animals, and finally I've got a cameraman on the go. We're not going to be going over none of the pigeons or reptiles, so no to the gecko, we're not going to be looking at him, and we're not going outside into the garden. But we're going to go over all of my invertebrates that are over here. So, we're going to start off, where should we even start off? Well, we'll start off with the first ever tarantula I bought, the first ever invertebrate. In here, in this glass tank, is a Brachypelma bomi, which is the Mexican fire leg. Right, so he is, I don't know the sex, but right there. Decent size on him. He's feeding off of medium crickets. As you can see, his water dish was filled because I've done that this morning. Let's see, yep, eating well. Oh, never mind, it escaped. He'll grab that in a second, probably. Let's try that again. Go on. Don't be that person, cricket. There we go. He's quite a gentle guy. Molted quite recently. He's about 7 to 8 centimeters when he's fully stretched out, which he didn't like that, which he isn't at the moment. Bit of a hair kicker, but he's not been too bad since he molted. So we'll just go along from here then, shall we? So this is a juvie, yeah. Right. Next up, let's do. Where should we go next?
I don't know what you want.
All right, let's do this one. Right. Don't be nonchalant. All right. As we go, I'll put them back into their spots as well. Just for convenience. Right, so this is our OB2. So this is our P. murinus, the orange baboon tarantula, also known as the orange bitey thing, because it's an evil, evil, evil entity. The last time I tried to get him out for a bit of a fun and a play, I just tried to feed him. He went underneath my bed and on my ceiling, and it was not enjoyable whatsoever. I always take care of him. I don't generally take the lid off. He feeds off of anything. Too big, too small, anything he'll take. He's commonly eating the isopods in his enclosure. Molted out, he's about 8 to 9 centimetres. I don't know if we're going to be able to get a good look at him, to be honest with you. Oh, that's probably the best you'll get. There we go, like that. I don't want to get him running around. Hopefully I didn't hurt him. Right, yeah, he's evil. He fed last night. I'm not going to try and feed him again. He took a huge Moro worm that was refused by my gecko. It's about twice the size of him, and he just took it like a champ. Right, let's go on to our next juvie. Should we do our next juvies? Right, Tiller cattle, Varganese, Mexican red rump. Really, really beautiful. Picked him up at the London Capital Show. As you can see, we've got an absolutely beautiful abdomen. Let's try and see if he can come out a little bit more. He probably won't want to feed. Oh, there you go. That's a little bit better. Very, very beautiful. Very nice and red colours. Leave him to it. His water dish is fine. Normally I go through on a Wednesday. And today is a Thursday because I'm a bit late to it. But I normally go through on a Wednesday, make sure their water is good, and feed them all. However, I fed them all yesterday, but just for the content of this, I'll feed some every now and then if I think that they'll actually take something. So we've got our A-gen here, our Brazilian white knee, giant white knee also known as. These guys look very similar to Vitalis chromatus, which was an ex-Nanjo species. They're brilliant. Got a cricket on the round. Yeah, their feeding response is insane. Where'd it go there? Let's go cricket down. So yeah, I've seen him literally jump around trying to grab a cricket. This cricket likes to jump around actually. So let's see. Look, as soon as he spots that cricket or feels its vibrations, he's on the move. I've literally seen him leaped into his mouth. That was a bit silly. Really beautiful species, really common, seriously cheap for an adult. And he came in a mystery box from Creature from the North in the show. Lasadori Hanabana next. We'll have a look at her. This one is a very beautiful juvie, very big. Decent size to be fair. Probably one of the most common tarantulas in the world, but you can't blame it. The colours are a little bit boring at the moment, but they'll get there eventually. I feel like these might be the first tarantulas ever discovered as well, so that's always cool to have. Nope, not hungry at all. Didn't like that, did you? Right, I'll leave you to it, what I'll do. Yeah, she's got a nice little setup of moss because I wanted to keep her in there for a little bit longer than I normally would keep her tarantula, and she'll stay in here for maybe until she reaches maturity, and I'll just take out that cork. Right, this is our curly hair. This is a true form. Very proud to have this guy. Very beautiful, extremely beautiful, extremely bolty. When I unbox him in that video, you can see that he goes up my t-shirt, up onto my neck, just out on a run. He didn't want to feed either. Right, this cricket can live. Right, so that's 2 more of my juvies. These ones are about 5 to 6 centimeters, I would have said. And they'll be staying in there until maturity in their enclosures. They'll be fine. Nandrew Trepepi up next. Brazilian giant blonde. Webbed up really well. His water dish needs a refill. Let's see, can we get him to eat? I'm not sure. This guy seems to be a little bit more of the most skittish out of the juvies that I've got. I like to wet the side of the enclosure as well, just to give a little bit of humidity, even if it's not necessary. So I think we had a grab there. Let me double check. We didn't. Yeah, so he's in a bit of a stress pose there. Not hungry, are you? No? No. Ooh. I was angry. Right. Leave him to it then. Right. That's our juvie tarantulas done then. So I'll just pop these guys back and then we'll move on. Well, there's one more juvie tarantula, 2 more juvies. One's a grow on and one's a juvie, I would have said. Our last but not least juvie is right here. Literally just unboxed them in a video. It's going to be releasing at the same time as this one. This is our grey starburst tarantula. Presumably he's not going to feed because I literally just pulled him out of the box, but we'll have a look. No, definitely not. Really pretty, just about a juvie. He's more like a grow on. Really beautiful, as you can see with this starburst pattern. Decent size, about 5 to 6. Pushing it, more like 5. But yeah, really pretty. We'll have to figure out somewhere for him to go in a minute. Right, what we'll do is we'll continue with our spiders. We're how many are we in? We're 7 in. We'll start here. So here we got Old World. This is an Indian species. This is the Indian fossorial. It's called the Trixopelma trunculatus, which is the Goa mustard. It's quite unheard of. I got it from the spider shop and I hadn't heard of it and no one else had heard of it. But he's a big fossorial. We won't see him. They like it wet, that's all I know. That's basically all I could find about it online. They like it wet. So we'll just leave him to it, really. He recently molted and I went to retrieve the molt from him. So I've had to mess him up, so I let him re-borrow. Right, Panthobetis species Platoma here. This is Brazilian Pink Beauty, I think, or Brazilian Pink Bloom. Decent size. We're really waiting for it to molt, as you can see with that abdomen. Being really nice. You might be able to spot this. Very metallic. He's really chill and a seriously good eater most of the time. He hasn't been a good eater recently. He's really fat. Really ready to molt, as you can see. That's why I don't really want to drop him. Oh, sorry. Yeah, he's really pretty, but I'm not going to feed him, as you can see. He's fat. Give him a bit of water. Really excited for him to grow up. With his male colours, if he ends up being a male, will be phenomenal. So I'm kind of looking forward to it. If he's a female, he's still beautiful, but quite a bit more boring. Right, Grammostola pulchripes in here. This is everyone's favourite. Well, it's not, but it's very common. Oh, right there. This guy's a hyper burrower at his size. There you go, Grammostola pulchripes. Decent size, grow on sling. So yeah, simple. We're speed running through until we get to the things that I haven't really shown much of before. Enjoying yourself, Ollie?
I am, yeah, this is brilliant, this.
Little corn snake lover, mate. Right, let's move this dying cricket out of the way. We've got a Histocatus gigas in here, Cameron red baboon. Normally everyone says, oh, such a bland species, but honestly, I really think it's such a beautiful species. We won't see much of him. He's just above my finger. He has a complex burrow, which he's just recently shut off, so hoping that he'll molt out to be a bit bigger. He was about 3 to 4 centimetres before, a really good eater. His burrows are really beautiful, and they're a fun species to keep, to be honest with you guys. So, there was a centipede in there before. I unboxed that not that long ago. I think it was my first video, it might have been my first video when I unboxed the Spider Shop mystery box. 2 days later, it come out of that and disappeared. I haven't seen it since. It's a bit devastating, to be honest. Alright, next up, this is my larger of the two of my Chilobrachys discolus. I probably won't see him in here. This is the Vietnam blue. As you know, Chilobrachys are very flighty at a small size. There he is. I don't tend to pull him out like that, but he's recently molted, in all fairness. I say recently. When I say recently, I mean within the last week. We've had a big molt surge as the weather's gotten a lot better for all of our spiders. Right, next up, we're just going to speed through these guys. We've got Sialengis here, our love heart butt. Not there, brilliant. There he is. Yeah, he looks quite small, but he has recently molted. He's a little bit bigger than he seems, and he'll pretend that he's all chill like now, but he's oh, sorry about that. He's extremely bolty. I'd say he's about 4 centimetres at a push. We'll leave him alone. I'm always annoying him. But he's one of these spiders. Most of the spiders, well, him and Discolus, for example, I haven't ever actually seen feed, but I put him pre-killed for them and they'll eat it. And that's the exact same for this, our T. pruiners, which is our Peruvian, hence the name, our Peruvian green velvet. He's an incy wincy little sling. He's also recently just molted, very fast. Don't want him to run out, so I'll be quick with him. He grows up to be black with a bit of velvety green coloration. They like it wet. All of these animals so far, all these slings like it wet at their size. Here we go. Recently molted Histocatus polchopes. No, that's not his name, but anyway. Oh, golden blue leg baboon. He's started to show off his adult colours. He's ran away. Don't know if you caught any of that, but he started to show off a bit of his gold and his blue legs. But as he's just molted, he's a little bit more flighty than they normally are. Right, let's get going on our last tarantulas then. So, these are all slings from the London show pickup. First up, we've got our N Crack the Ponies. This is a terrestrial sling. Right there. Terrestrial New World. He's been eating well. And we've got our Chilobrachys K Kraken, our dark earth tiger, who's actually got a little... I thought he would have gotten that, to be honest with you. Actually got a little cricket still roaming around, which I'll dispose of. Right, he doesn't mind to come out. If we just sort of annoy him a little bit. There you go. Chilobrachys K Kraken from Dave's Little Beasties. He was. In fact, all of these was. K Kraken was from him. Yeah, these are all from Dave, I think. T Rasty, I think this might be one of my only arboreals, really. And it's still a sling, so... Oh, ooh. And we're running. Fuck's sake. Come on. You're alright. Stop. You're alright. Oh. So yeah, T Rasty. He's not really been a runner before, but now he is. Just checking he's alright from that fall. Before I grab him and put him in. Yeah, he's alright. He just wants to be safe. The main thing is to just be calm, of course. He was in my armpit for a second then as well. Come on. Oh, there you go. You can get a good image of him there. Is that good in the light?
Yeah, that's alright, that.
No. What a pain. Come on. Yeah. There you go. Too rusty. There you go. Yeah, pretty awesome. I keep them in those little cups because they can stay in there for a long while. Then we've got our smaller slings here. So just unboxed today, we've got another Chilobrachys discolus. Really, really tiny sling. Just at the back. It probably won't even pick it up. He's about a centimetre. Then we've got a feather leg baboon. He's in there somewhere, admittedly. Must have already burrowed down. I'll leave him to it. Yeah, we'll leave him to it. Then we've got an interesting one here. We've got the Holopheli longipes. Tiny, 0.5, creatures from the north. That's also known as the dwarf pink. So, interested to see them grow up. Oh, then we've got an OBT red colour form from Mikey. We did have 2 more OBTs at the show, but we traded them on. One we're still waiting to get back a chestnut dwarf baboon, and then the other one was for another thing we'll get to in a minute. So, in saying that, that is my tarantulas over and done with now. We've been through 4, 7, 10, 15, 20, 22 tarantulas we've been through there. 23, I mean. There we've all got their water and stuff. So, next up, I'm going to move on to our scorpions. So, instead of pulling them all around, we'll bring them up and over here. So, my first ever scorpion and my second ever invertebrate, which was a Christmas present, is in here. I decided to move him in here because I had him originally, as you might know, in this one. Yeah, let's show that. But I had problems with the humidity and he had a problem with a leg. So I was just wanting to see if I can just keep him in a more humid environment and if that might mean anything more positive for him. So here, there's not much substrate. There is a bit of a gradient. And then he's got this lovely hide there. But I often see him in there. I think at the moment he's in here. Yep, let's try and get him out. Obviously don't want to annoy him too badly, but he can do enough that he'll be fine. He's pretty chill. We normally get him out for a hold and stuff. Yeah, here you go. He's got, oh, he looks very blue in that light, doesn't he? And so this is Heterometrus salinus. It's one of my 2 Asian forests. Let's try and get him over. He's being very chill at the moment. There you go. So, oh, brilliant. Yeah, so his water dish he's filled up overnight. I'm trying to move all that rub out so it doesn't just. If you let substrate and moss stay in your water dish, it will quickly empty itself. And then give this moss a little bit of a spray. Right. He's my largest scorpion. He's a sub-adult, possibly adult. I say he.
You've left your brush in there, mate.
Good spot. I'll be looking for that in a minute. Saying, what was that? So yeah. Originally, that setup that was at now was crafted more for like a large adult tarantula, but I couldn't bring myself to spend ridiculous money on a Goliath or a Sturmy or anything like that. Sturmies or Blondies. I didn't want to spend that money. My measuring rule is stuck there. Well, at least I know where it is if I ever want it. Right. So, then we've got our smaller scorpions. Smaller as in age. So, H. loctarus. This is another forest scorpion, but rather than being from India, it's from Vietnam. Got him in just today. So he's in his new little setup. He's quite fat, possibly pre-molt, possibly. We don't know that for sure. There's a few isopods in there that he'll snack on. He's really pretty. Really nice to see him. He come out of a mystery box. And then here we've got the Israeli gold, or the gold desert scorpion, which is Scorpio Marnes Plamtimus. That name is awful, I don't know. These guys are quite interesting. Come on. He started a little burrow, but I'm still going to annoy him. He's very fat again, pre-molt. The spider shop specimens always come so beautifully. Yeah, so he might get a bit bigger, but not too much bigger than that. So I like to keep scorpions, especially desert scorpions, a little bit more moist at the size that he's at now, and eventually, well, they're not even from deserts really. They can be, but they can also be in a little bit more moist area, so you keep them a little bit more wet than you do the others. Now here has got to be one of my favourite guys in the collection. This is our giant vinegaroon. He's very, very, very active, very kind. I'm sure he'll actually eat, so we'll offer it to him. He created the most awesome burrow system. Oh, there you go. Oh, there's a cricket falling in my bed. Where'd that go? Oh. Brilliant. Oh, sorry, mate. Yeah, he's really, really cool. Notice how he's immediately chopping that down with his huge, strong claws. He's also very calm and he'll let me sort of move him around to show you a little bit more. So yeah, these strong claws immediately kill it, and then his fangs are again working pretty quickly. And you see here his tail is a little bit of a defense. He can shoot a little bit of annoying stuff out of that you don't want to be shot at. Hence the name Vinegaroon. I wonder how strong he is. Should we have it a go? He's got a good grip on him, to be fair. I'll leave him to it. Yeah, he's created a really fun little cave. I've just disturbed it now, but all of that was flat, and he's now, you know, gone through, and no matter what, he'll figure out a way to get through that, and he's dug through that really nicely. Right, I've got two more things that are worth showing you. So in here is our colony of Springfields and isopods. All I ever put in here was, say, a few hundred isopods, and then 12 tropical greys. That was around Christmas time. Since then I've been having huge success. They were originally in there, but I couldn't keep them in there. I moved them into here. When I put them in there at Christmas, the soil and the leaves were up to here. It's now down to about there. So it needs a refill, which I'll be doing soon. But I'm giving away to friends like springtails by the hundreds and thousands. So the actual way I've got them, they're literally the easiest things. I mean, ignore this. This will die anyway for them to be food for them. It doesn't look insanely active now, but after a spray down, and you could put in a bit of cucumber, you will actually have millions of them. There's probably about 50. There's not that many on camera, but at a better time when there's less disturbance and they haven't all been thrown around, there's earthworms, as you can see, super worms. Like this one, thriving. They all thrive so well. He's about to molt, actually. Then you've got, yeah, basically leaves, sphagnum moss about halfway down, dried up. Soak it consistently on one side, keep that wet. I've had earthworms, I've had morios, beetles, everything you could think of just goes into here. Decaying vegetation. This is what I do with most of my molts. Most of my molts end up in here, like this cricket here. And every single one of my enclosures has hundreds of springtails. I use springtails as a feeding source for my smaller slings. Occasionally I dump in, say, 5 of them. That isn't a frequent thing, but it definitely does the trick. That's for sure. So, one more important thing to show you, because it's had a big change. And that is this huge tank here. I don't know the size of it. I'm presuming it's, I don't know, like 40, well, 30, 60, maybe 45, I don't actually know. In here are my jungle nymphs, which are the H. dictica. We've got 2 males and a female in here. One of the males is right over here. Up here, look. This is a male right here. Very, very gorgeous. He's so fun as well. He's a juvenile. And as you can see, he's attacking me there because I'm trying to grab him. But oh, right. At least he caught himself. Right. And then here we've got a mature male who just recently matured out. And as you can see, he's matured because he has these elytras. These wings have come out. They haven't come out very well, But they've come out, and every day I've been monitoring him, and he's been getting in more and more better quality by the day. There is the female in here as well. It's a bit of a game of hide and seek with her. So shall we have a look for a female anywhere? Oh, she was here the whole time next to the other male. Did you see that? This is the female. The females are very, very green, very beautiful. I don't ever hold her though. You can hold the males, then when they grab you, nothing. You can feel it, it tickles. As you can see here, as they're a stick insect that feeds on thorns, these, and the female has them particularly, these will draw blood. All of these claws on her will definitely draw blood. She's about the size of my hand. She's not fully mature yet, but one of the males is. My plan with this is to keep this substrate here forever. I'm hoping that she'll lay eggs and I won't disturb them. Now the eggs can take, you know, a year to 18 months to hatch, which is a lot. So basically they're not hatching in their lifetimes because they only live for about 2 to 3 years, especially once one of them's already mature, so they don't have long left. So if she did lay eggs, and a small chance, it would be down there, and I'll have a look when I take out everything when they die. So, being the stick insect, these are Thai stick insect. They're the heaviest stick insect in the world, but not the largest. And you can feel them. They've got quite a hard weight, and they're very curious once they're on your hand and like to move. You've got some interesting defence, and obviously, what their characteristics are. Basically what they look like. I mean, as you can see, they are extremely camouflaged in with nettles or brambles, which is what they eat, like oak, rose, bramble, and that's obviously easy to grab here. So and then also they can flare up their back, which has these spines all elongated behind it. So yeah, they're really easy to look after. You want to spray the night before, like spray at the night. They're very nocturnal, they're very loud. Leave them in the morning while they're all asleep, early morning. And then after about 12 o'clock, if you want to grab them, you can. If not, just leave them be. But they're extremely interesting. And they can be quite expensive. But I traded an OBT sling, which is about £2 for all 3 of them. And then walked past the vendor selling them for £75 for two males and a female. So I got extremely lucky there. A little Lego scorpion. This one here is a molt. Here, grab that. You can show. That's the molt of one. So as you can see all its thorns and its camouflage. That's just the one that just molted now, and he grew considerably. I'd say 6 to 7 centimeters. That doesn't sound brilliant, right? Yeah. So basically, that's the collection at the moment. We're continuously giving these on. We've got another chestnut baboon inbound, which will only be in one of them anyway. So yeah, that's about 33 specimens. I think you've got 28 species there. I've also got a leopard gecko there, but we've got some more plans going forward. So we've got this thing set up here. It's just a spider shop vivarium. This is going to be for possibly, I feel like I would like to get a pair of scorpions. That will be where the female will be. And then if that does be the case, the male will just be in there until we pair them. Or that will be for a pretty decently sized terrestrial, maybe a dwarf, maybe an adult golden baboon, something like that. And then plans for this, it will probably end up being for a millipede. There's too many vents on it. So maybe it'll be for like a desert scorpion, or a Middle Eastern tarantula. Like the Arabian tarantula would be quite nice in there. It's a dwarf species, but again, I don't know yet. And then I've been hoarding. Over here we've got, you know, hundreds of sling pots and cricket pots in there already, because we're going to have breeding projects going on throughout the year. Possibly Nandru Shupepi, possibly Vitalis chromatus as well. But I'll let you know about that one. So yeah, that's basically all I have to show you today. Thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed. If you did, like, subscribe, comment what you want to see about. If you want more in-depth care guides where I actually tell you about, these, because these are quite rare to find, or just any of the collection. You want more pigeon videos, you want more reptile videos, tortoises, geckos, stuff like that. I can sort that out for you. I can get you in contact with better people. If you want shop tours and stuff, let me know. Of course, thank you for watching this one. If you enjoyed this, then watch the previous video that we're also releasing today, where we unboxed a spider shop delivery mystery box and a scorpion. So thank you, yeah. Thanks for watching.